Right, so recently we have been struggling with CD sales, so we need to write some more absolute garbage, okay? This is good songs. Absolute garbage. Put it onto an album. We probably have enough, right? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a few more songs. We'll write some more garbage, and then we just popularize the shit out of it. We put every piece of marketing we can into this one thing, okay? For that, we need to play a lot of gigs. So, I guess I'm gonna, fast forward in time, and you guys will see the end product of that. Hugh has written a song. Is that what you wanted? A bright song about being trapped. Sounds good enough to me. We have a sudden scene. I went to hang out with Bew, and then suddenly there was this. I had my hand raised up, poised to knock on his door, when a sudden shout from within stopped me. I pressed my ear to the door, but that didn't help in the slightest. It was all in French. So that means it's his family, and not, a bit on the side, if you know what I mean. It had to be Bew's mum. Okay, well, Robin, at least she isn't getting jealous. That made my stomach flip for some reason. Well, she was a scary person, but not only that, she was clearly fighting with her son, loudly. What I would do, I'd walk around the corner until she leaves. I wanted to rush in and defend him, but why? That was his family and his business, not mine. After 20 minutes of listening to them arguing gibberish, her voice finally got closer to the door and I scurried away to hide. Sure enough, the well-dressed CEO rushed out of the apartment following a giant slam of the door. Luckily, she didn't see me. I'd have left a little bit before that. I wondered how long I should wait before knocking. He's going to know you were there. I knocked immediately. I could hear Bew yell something at the door in French. It felt surreal for some reason. Just shout Le Fromage back and it'll be fine. He sounded so outraged, so angry. I'd never heard him so emotional. He was always just a little frustrated, just slightly happy. Anything real from him was too brief to notice, but I think I might have eavesdropped on something he definitely didn't want anyone to hear. I wanted to hear more, even if it was anger and at his expense. Was that selfish? Very much so. I just wanted to see him be passionate about something. Anything. What about family anger? Is this how low we are going? To, be good to Bew? Whatever. I tried knocking again. A few seconds later, the door swung open. Bew's face was red and his hair wasn't utterly perfect. A true mess! Well, no wonder. She was so angry. He hasn't done his tie up properly. He just came in and went, "That tie is not 2 centimeters wide at all!" And it just went off on one. His furious expression snapped to surprise and he almost shut the door on me. After a few beats, he opened it back up all the way. I have a knack for being at the right place at the right time. Why are you here? He huffed at me like he was actually angry with me and not just him shaking off the aftermath with his mum. Whoa, bud. If you want me gone, just say so. Bud? Where are we from? Then I'm saying so. I grinded my teeth at him as I tried to process him asking me to leave. Tough, let me in. He sighed heavily and retreated from the door without inviting me in. I mingled around his living room as he picked up some pillows off the floor. So? He inhaled deeply as he finished what he was doing, staring into the couch with pain. What? Ugh. Hairs are the worst. What? What do you mean, what? What do you think we're asking you about? Yeah, that's right. What's the weather? That's what we're going to ask him about. Your mum. What about her? I was thinking about buying her a birthday present. Does she like red or blue? I'm not in the mood to play your jeu fatigué. That means infantile jokes, by the way. I'm here all week. It might not do, but I'm guessing. He snapped his mouth shut before he continued, in French, no doubt. Is this about that deal you made with your mum when we started the band? He didn't say anything, just stared into the couch. This is year 2, to be fair. Is she making you go back to the hotel or something? The thought actually made me a little sick. I would have given that lady a piece of my mind, but he shook his head. No, she's not forcing me to do anything. Nothing has changed. I was relieved, so much so I wanted to hug him, but he looked still like a ragged mess. Harsh. So what was that all about? Exactly what you think it was about. So? Please. He said it so genuinely and in English, no matter how much effort that took, that I decided to drop it. Fuck me, this is the first self-awareness for Robin? Christ. It was the least I could do. I left and really hoped he wasn't leaving the band. Okay, well, if he's leaving the band, we're just screwed as a band. So, we're probably going to be in trouble if that happens. There are 10 songs here, and... Oh, there are more than 10 songs. There are 14 songs here. Hang on. See here. I really want to play the third one. Oh, well, we got sad music playing. We can't destroy the mood. Anyway, back to making everyone a workhorse and writing songs. Most beautiful song you never heard. God, that's going to be difficult to play in concert, isn't it? Okay, one song recorded. We're now recording Dreamcatcher. So many things wrong with this morally, but, I mean, nothing he can do about it, is there? That's the thinking, but look, okay, there are some legal issues as we discussed last time. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. He'll never notice. Ever. Third song done. A 3-star song. That's right, we're not hiring producers or anything fancy. We can do this ourselves. Who needs quality when you can screw people over with marketing? Now, a better future is only an excuse. You can tell this one was written by Robin because none of it's capitalized. Now let's get down to business. This one was written by Dallas. Normally, you'd think a rock song about let's get down to business would be about nefarious means, but this probably just means, you know, get down, be serious, keep it real. It's Dallas after all. And then as the finale for our, you know, album, most beautiful song you never heard. That way, if it's 4 minutes of silence, it'll be a joke and people definitely won't feel ripped off. They may a little bit. Here we go, our album, finally. It's taken, 10 minutes of hard work. Oh no, that needs to be our last song. Okay, no, back. It needs to be the joke album at the end. Let's get down to business. Then we'll follow it by, I don't know, what's not awful. This one isn't bad. We'll slip Dreamcatcher in there and hope that no one notices. That's gonna have some bad consequences. Fifth, the 6th song can be shit. Artificial Rose is actually a good song. That sort of surprises me. And then, most beautiful song you've never heard. We didn't even bother recording some of these, honestly. Now, logo, we'll put it there. An artifact. What's the worst? We need to find a terrible one. Oh, that's awful. Okay, perfect. Oh, even better. Can we make it pink? That takes away from it. You can see in between. Okay, it has to be white so it's see-through. Black? Even better. Probably some deep message in there. Oh, we can change the artifact? Oh, hell no. Oh god, we changed it to something which isn't as horrible. There we go. And then the cover. What's the most hideous color? That's diarrhea color. That's pretty bad. I always think lime green is an awful color. No, yeah, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. We want it to just look like a mess. Oh, there we go. That's a mess. Overall, 3 stars. You know what we will do, actually, before? We will just save it quickly, just in case we don't have enough for the really expensive marketing. Oh, we have enough for all of this. So you see that popularity bar? Oh, fuck you. There, I want this as well. Okay, there, the popularity's maxed. We cannot try and sell more albums even if we tried. That's 3 1/4. That's a lot. Now sell for me, damn it. Even if it is a completely shit album. We have $46,000 in CD sales. I'm hoping that goes up a little bit. I will be... Hang on, has like a day passed out? Track listing. Can we see if it's here? We've only sold 114. Only 100. We're selling them for like $6.50. We're worth more than that. That's a 7-album track, damn you. Oh my god. It's just... We're just gonna need to vomit music forward to do this at this rate. Alright, we'll wait for a whole week to pass, and then hopefully, I don't know, I was hoping at least 200,000. Oh my god. It's a failure. It's a horrible failure. 414 albums sold. The people like the fucking singles more. That's it, okay. If you guys like singles, we're gonna vomit forward singles, okay? What was that? Yeah, Dreamcatcher, sure. Fucking love that single, don't I? That needs to be lead. Benefit of Mankind. Singles allowed, 5. We have a lot of singles allowed then. We'll release them all with exactly the same, okay? At this point, we are willingly selling out. A music video. That's a lot of money. We can do all these. There. And that's basically done out, okay? It's 2016. We don't need fucking music videos. When was the last time you saw a music video? Unless you're into, actual pop, in which case it was probably quite soon, wasn't it? Shit. I thought we had another one which was better. Oh, this is recording. No, we want to release a single. So, Better Future is only an excuse, and then Artificial Rose. Yep, vomit forth, please. That one, and that one. Maxed out popularity again. We don't care about our own money, we just need these things to sell. 50,000. Now, come on, for the love of God, your stress is all fine. Just go up. A lot. Please? Oh, fuck you. This is going to take forever, isn't it? Okay, we just did a scene instead. It was embarrassing just asking you something or talking about the band or anything for that matter. I'd hoped it would get easier to separate the two personas, but I think the line blurred even more. I mean, his flirty playboy act would slip out even when it was just the band around. Maybe that was his personality to a certain extent too. And I couldn't stop myself from crossing his two egos over in my mind. One uncontrollable dream about naughty things in a phone booth, and I'm scarred for life apparently. I found myself starting to expect him to do things and to say certain things, and I would get confused when he didn't open a door for me or struggle to find something to compliment me on. It was all shit to me, really. I didn't care about it. It was just weird when he just suddenly snapped out of his lover role and then confused the hell out of me by accidentally slipping back in. I didn't even know if he even realised he was doing it, but it really pissed me off when he did. The beginning of the last sentence was, it meant shit to me, really. And, yeah, whatever. Or maybe he knew and that's why he did it. What a jackass. One thing that was consistent, however, was how he took his glasses off whenever I entered his room. And that was odd. I came for my regular session with him. Fucking looks like he's got his glasses on. He took off his glasses right on cue. I'll take that back. Put them back on. I'm sorry, what? Your glasses, put them back on. Why? Why did you take them off? Do I really need a reason to do something so trivial? He still wasn't putting them back. I walked up to him and took them from his hand. He fucking threw them away, apparently. You always wear them here. Those are expensive. He tried to grab them, but I played keep away. We're not taller than him. Surely we can't just go, no, you can't get it. Are you blind without them? Excuse me? How many fingers am I holding up? I was flipping him off. Don't get your fingerprint on the lenses. I sidestepped him, but he didn't enjoy being made a fool of, so he stopped and glared at me. Another game. How do I win this time? Why do you take them off every time I walk in? Is it so you don't have to see me? That's not what I didn't realize I did that. He's been caught. Red-handed. It's something new. I opened them up and placed them over my eyes. They were real. You really think Bew is wearing, fucking frameless Justin Bieber glasses? I couldn't see anything out of them, so they had to be a strong prescription. They made the world so fuzzy that I couldn't see Bew approach me and take them off my face. Hey! Get your own pair. Okay, well there you go. At least now that shows he can at least vaguely see out of them. Why don't you wear them in public? He took out a slender leather case from his pocket. You're afraid the girls won't like them? He put his glasses inside of it and snapped it closed. That's totally it, isn't it? What are you rambling about? Glasses don't belong to your character, huh? Are you still on about that? The fact his glasses were inside a protective case made stealing them back even easier. He sighed in response. Fine, if you want them so very much, you can have them. I'll buy myself a new pair tomorrow. He walked away down the hall. He was no fun. That is no fun. You gotta play with my games a little bit, damn you. I hooked my arm in his to pull him to a halt. He closed his eyes and opened them and gave me his fake smile. Yes, dear. Now he was just trying to piss me off. I don't know, rapacious is a word that seems to come to mind between these two, but I'm not entirely sure I know what it means. So, it might be completely wrong. How many goddamn times do I have to tell you to cram the damn act? His hand suddenly feathered my cheek. What act, my love? You know I could never lie to you. He's cruising for a bruising. You're dead. I wrenched his hand from me, trying to hurt him, but his face remained emotionless. There was nothing I could have done to make him show pain, and I knew it. So I picked up the nearest expensive breakable thing. It was a glass monstrosity posing as art. I'll do it. He stared me down. I don't care for it. You have nothing to bargain with. Bargain this! I threw the little brittle thing at the floor. It did break, unfortunately. Did I really just do that? We're such a diva. We're like an ultimate diva. Well, I told him not to pull that. It's not his fault. We just stared at each other for a moment, completely silent, and then Bew looked down towards the shards. And then he turned around and walked away. My brain couldn't really process that. I instinctively rushed up behind him and pushed at his back. He couldn't just ignore me. There was a sudden breath there. Either a ghost has entered the room or, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He twisted around and suddenly pulled me towards him. I braced his hands against him and pushed away. We were at a surprising stalemate, which made me want to slap him even more. That was expensive. Buy a new one. He loosened his pull on me, but his glare was so sharp I felt it would cut me if I so much as thought of breaking free. It was a gift. Why did he wait to tell me that it's still your fault, Robin? You shouldn't go around smashing other people's shit is probably what... I mean... Your fault. Is it honestly? Lies, lies, lies. Why didn't you just say what you wanna? He tilted his head forward to emphasize his eyes. They caught mine and wouldn't let go. You were a greedy little girl with bad hygiene and a poor-tasting clothes. That is definitely one way of getting the point across. My clothes? Really? His gaze flicked over the length of my body. Let me try again. I think you're an insufferable child that needs to be constantly entertained by the degradation of others. I mean, I'd be offended if it weren't true. Is the issue I'm facing here. I pursed my lips. You're incapable of seeing consequences that lie outside of yourself. You're lonely, so you force others to interact with you through bullying. Excuse me? You don't know how to be independent, so you get upset when others forget to do all the hard work for you. What? No! Your obnoxious, loud personality must be from being ignored as a child. I presume you were left unchecked by strong authority figures. Way off! Well, except your sharp words are from being heard too many times and your poor appearance is from a lack of self-esteem. No, I'm just lazy. Yeah, that's what I used to say. And I swallowed, staring him dead in the eyes, but he lost his steam, he closed his mouth, he had me all figured out, didn't he? Do you feel any better? I tried to say it as pain-free as possible. Not particularly. We were both waiting for something to happen, and then I realised this argument would require a kiss if it were in public. It was almost part and parcel of the act. Frowns would spot us, or I would run away into a crowd and he would be forced to reassure our audience that our arguing was just... I still had his leather case in my hand, held so tightly. My hand was sweating. I opened and retrieved his glasses. Slowly and with much care, I extended them towards his face. He stared at me in bewilderment, put them back on. Eventually, he reached up, took them from me, and put them back over his ears. I didn't feel scolded at all. Was that really the best he could do? He just excused the things I did that bothered him, rather than really vent about them. He just excused the things I did that bothered him, rather... I mean, he just had a massive go at you. What? Were you not there? Robin, it happened a few seconds ago. If he liked that glass thing, he should have said so and I wouldn't have broken it. Oh, literally learnt nothing. The mood was tense as he looked me through his lenses, still unmoved, so I struck a silly pose. Don't I look much better now? He involuntarily smiled. I could tell he didn't mean to, by how real it looked. He was slipping. Right, so basically, he probably really, really doesn't like us. Good. Good. Please don't hate me, Bew!